Good evening, YouTube watchers. Listen, I'm coming live today because I just woke up from a dream. Around about 11 o'clock. I'm telling you the truth. Around about 11:30, I just woke up. And I had this dream. And excuse my grandbaby. That's my grandbaby. So she's going to be talking and everything like that. So excuse my grandbaby. She's only one. But listen, I had this dream just a minute ago. And I was dreaming that I was at this mall. But before the mall, I dreamt that I was with my cousin. And I had this pool. And I told her that she could have this pool, and I was telling her that I used to have this pool in my backyard, and I used to let my kids swing on the limb and jump in the pool. And then she looked and she touched the pool, and the pool, touched the limbs of it, the tree limbs of it, and it was like she was like, they soggy, they kind of look, I know you ain't having your kids on this. So when I touched it, I twisted and it was like breaking off. They was like breaking off. So I just went on and broke them off, and we was toting them off somewhere. Then it skipped to me like at this mall. I was at a mall. And so when I was at the mall, I was with my ex-husband, and we was in the mall, and he was talking to some woman. And then I told him, I said, look, I'm ready to go. He said, well, look, I'm not with you no more. You ain't my wife. We ain't together no more. I ain't your man. So you need to find somebody else. And then the next thing I know, I looked out the window, and I seen these big, thick clouds. I mean, they was so thick and big. I mean, they was thick, and they was coming through. They was coming through the buildings. They reached the ground. They started coming all through the buildings. And I was like, look at that. And then all of a sudden it started lightning and thundering. And it was like raining. It was like a tornado was taking the place. And then water started coming all through the ceiling. If you know a ceiling that has like those little square blocks or whatever. And it looked like somebody had got a bucket and just started pouring water out the ceiling and it was hitting the floor, and it was just pouring out so fast everywhere. And then it was pouring out fast in the bathroom. People start running and screaming and running. And then I looked out the front of the mall, and I seen like it was like windy and dark. It was just a bad storm out there. So I was trying to run, and I left him and I just ran. And then it skipped to me at my mom's house on the street. And when I was on the street, in the middle of the street, I seen water coming all down the street. Looked like somebody opened up the gate, and the water was just coming, flowing all through the streets. I mean, down this one street called Milam, the other street called 18th Street. And I looked and I seen my mom coming out the house, and my stepdad was standing in the door. And my mom was coming out the house trying to walk her dog in the middle of the street so she could use the bathroom. And the water was rising up. Within 1 minute, it got to my ankles. Within 1 minute, it got to my ankles. And so I was like, oh man, I said, this is it. It's over. This is over. It's over. And then people, I seen like this truck, this maintenance man truck driving down the street. He had a trailer on there with a bunch of furniture on his furniture on it. He was driving slow, and I asked, I said, can I catch a ride with you? And he just kept his head straight, and he just kept driving real slow through the water as it was rising. And then I looked down the other street, and it was another truck trying to go up the street that the water was coming from. His bumper was gone. Their bumper was gone. So I was like, man, what is going on? And I'm like, this is it. The Lord is coming. The Lord is here. And then I heard this horn. It was so loud and vivid, but it would sound like it was from afar. And it said, oh. And it paused 1, 2, and then it said, oh. Then it did it again. It said, oh. And that's what the horn sounded like a horn, like a noise. So I was like, the Lord is here. The Lord is coming. And I was finna run. I said, Mama, get in the house. She said, ain't nothing going on. We just had a little storm. It's just a little flood. I looked. I said, look down the street. Look at all that water coming. I'm telling you, that's just like when you ever seen Titanic and you be in this building, you be in that boat, and how water was coming from every angle. You couldn't run, wasn't nowhere to go. I'm telling you the truth. That's how it was. With nowhere nobody could try to run. I mean, either drown, you just gonna drown, or the Lord was coming. And so I was like, oh my Lord, in my dream, I heard him say, I'm coming to get you. And I'm like saying to myself, oh my Lord, I got to get out of here. And I just started trying to run to the front through this field. Then I woke up. I told my neighbor about it. She said, well, that must be Gabriel finna blow his trumpet. And I'm like, who is Gabriel? And then she said, well, he's one of the angels. She said it was a Bible scripture in the Bible talks about that. And then she led me to Isaiah chapter 27, verse 13. And then it says, and it shall come to pass in that day. Let me get it focused. That it shall come to pass in that day that a great trumpet shall be blown, and they shall come which are ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and the outcast in the land of Egypt, and shall worship the Lord in the holy mount of Jerusalem. And I went on and kept reading to chapter 28, verse 1. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkard, and I can't pronounce the word, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower,